everyone, and welcome to day 11 through 15 of the grocery haul for the 10 and 20 challenge. So this is kind of a repeat of the last two in terms of there are some things carried over from the week before that I haven't used yet that I'm just going to use for this week. So the first thing, I actually did buy new romaine lettuce. Mine was not doing well and it was getting bad. So needed new romaine, and if you will notice, we've actually used one of the three. So awesome. So we need more romaine lettuce. And then also some mixed greens. I still have the tub of mixed greens. There's about half to a third of it left out in the garage refrigerator. So I just left that out there. You need several bunches of kale. So here's one of my bunches of kale. Nice, pretty green, nice and firm. You need some spinach, which I buy just tender spinach in a bag. That's how we roll around here. I don't chop that kind of stuff up. Again, it says that you need vegetables equal 2 cups cooked, or you could buy frozen, you could buy whatever. So I have a whole bunch of zucchini that I could use. I have several different bags of the broccoli and cauliflower frozen that I could use. We have mixed vegetables, I've got carrots, I've got all sorts of stuff. So that I'm not too worried about. We also have asparagus out in the garage, so that's good. So you need that frozen broccoli cauliflower. It does call for some broccoli crowns. It calls for a red cabbage. So we've got a new, nice, fresh, beautiful red cabbage. It does call for a large eggplant. There's one meal in particular this week that calls for stuffed eggplant. I'm not going to be making that meal this week, so I did not buy one. There's 2 medium tomatoes. So these are still tomatoes I have left over from the first time around. They're starting to they're not super soft yet, so they're still in good shape. You need cherry tomatoes, which this is the kind that we purchase. My kids really like these, so we just end up buying a container of these every time we go to Costco and using those. So they're really delicious and my kids really like them, so that's what I buy. We need some frozen edamame or some fresh edamame. I'm not going to use that, so I didn't buy any. That is on the list though. Several avocados. Here's one of them. I have more in the refrigerator. They're not super ripe yet, so I'm going to need to leave this out on the counter so it gets ripe so I can use that. We need 1 red bell pepper and 2 green peppers. I do have another green pepper, so got plenty of peppers. I do have actually 2 yellow ones in the refrigerator as well if I want to change stuff up a little bit. You could use a poblano chili pepper in one of the recipes this week. I did not buy one because I will not be using one. A cucumber, that is on the list. So mushrooms, those are on the list. A lot of times when I do have chopped mushrooms in the refrigerator, just white button mushrooms, organic ones, but I really like these enoki mushrooms from the Asian grocery store. They're just wonderful. They make everything super rich and creamy, and if you're making any kind of a rice dish and you want a mushroom, this is the mushroom to use, guys, for real, because these are super nice. When you cook them with rice, they get really creamy. It's wonderful. And then carrots. We tend not to buy whole carrots very often. I do tend to buy shredded carrots, and I found a bag of shredded colorful carrots this time. I actually have the orange ones in the fridge, but we had some of these on our salad at lunch today. They're so fun and festive. I really love it. Celery. You guys know I chop celery kind of strange. I'm sure you've seen that in the past. So I just start at the top of the celery and work my way down. So I do have enough celery left to make another recipe, but that's how we work celery around here. At least I do. I don't know about what my husband does with celery, to be honest with you. It does call for a couple of red onions and some white onions. I have several white onions. I do not have a red onion in the house at this point, but that's not too big of a deal. I can stop and get one at the store if I really need one. Garlic we buy in a big tub. It's in the refrigerator. It's already minced up. I don't fool with cloves of garlic. That's too much work. This week does want you to have cilantro and basil fresh. I'll just use dried spices. That's way lots easier, and I don't have to worry about them getting bad. And then a small butternut squash for a man. So if you're a male and you're following this, that would be for you. Then the fruit. So it calls for blueberries this week, and it calls for bananas this week, and these aren't super pretty looking, but it's the best that we could find at the store, but they were on sale and they are organic, so hopefully they'll be all right. Tiny little bit of grapes left over, so we need to eat those. And then it calls for apples as well as a lemon. And at the Asian grocery store, they have my Korean melons back in stock. Now this is tiny. My Korean melons are usually like a good sized Korean melon. So this will be about probably 50 calories tops, maybe 60 at the most. I mean, this is a tiny little amount of calories. Love these guys. Oh my gosh, they're so awesome. I ate these during my rice challenge like every day. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited these are back in season. So Korean melon, and then cantaloupe. So they also had cantaloupe on sale this week. Got a nice, actually we have 2 of these. Bless you. Okay, and then it calls for pomegranate juice. I don't have any of that, and it's really expensive, and I'm not going to finish it, so I didn't buy any. If I need to, I can take some pomegranates out of the freezer and put them in some water to thaw them, and then blend it and use that as pomegranate juice. That's fine. It does say also, if you want to, you could use some what do you call that stuff? The Daiya vegan mozzarella cheese. I think that's probably for the eggplant recipe that I'm not going to make anyway, so not too big of a deal. This is our preferred soy milk, and you could buy the one that's West Soy. That's fine. It's not, there's no difference. They both have water and organic soybeans, but the reason that I prefer this one is because it's less expensive. So we buy that when we go to Trader Joe's. We go to Trader Joe's every 2 weeks. Okay, then frozen. You're going to end up needing some frozen corn. So got some frozen corn here. And again, the broccoli cauliflower mix, you need that. And then the frozen blueberries, they're in the fresh category and the frozen. I just keep frozen because then they don't go bad. And then a cup of frozen cherries. We had this discussion. That's not happening. So for beans, you need 1 can of black beans. And you need 1 can of chickpeas. And then you need 3 cans of kidney beans. I'm guessing that maybe we're making tailgate chili again. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't looked at all the recipes yet, but that was what was in there. So maybe, I'm not sure. It does call for some lentils. I got the red ones out of the closet. I have green ones, I have brown ones. I think that's it. But we have plenty of lentils in the refrigerator, or in the closet, so I don't need to worry about those at all. And then the no salt added tomatoes and tomato sauce, both of those are on the list. And then also, we've had this discussion as well. I've got my not low sodium spaghetti sauce, but it has no oil, which is super exciting to me. No oil. And then salsa. Again, my husband makes salsa, no sugar, no salt, no oil. It's wonderful. So if I need some of that, I will have that in the refrigerator. I do believe that is it for this time around. Everything that I have bought for every grocery haul, obviously I'm not making every single meal because a lot of the meals that I make have leftovers, which is perfect for me because I don't want to have to cook every single day. But I keep having stuff left over from the week before, which is kind of nice because then your grocery bill's a little bit lower. If you didn't eat something last week, no problem. Eat it this week. But anyway, that's about it for this week's grocery haul. I'm looking forward to a couple of the different recipes I'll be sharing with you this week. They look pretty exciting. So we will see you for day 11. Bye, guys.